This might seem like a normal Chevy truck, but something is going on. This truck was actually designed to scam the US government. But why did they make it? And how is it different from a normal square body C10? And why did GM feel that it needed to cheat the US government to help its customers? To most people, the Big-10 was just a modified half-ton truck with some special equipment. Still, many people consider it the perfect truck. It launched for the 1975 model year and was advertised as a heavy-duty two-wheel drive half-ton. So had Chevy identified some new customer segment in between a half-ton and a three-quarter ton? No. Wait, then maybe Chevy was trying to create a new segment that customers maybe wanted. A half-ton with a little more capability, but not quite a three-quarter ton. That's genius of them. Nope, that's not why either. Then why did Chevy make the Big-10? To find out, let's look at what was happening in the US auto industry in the mid-70s. What was happening was government vehicle emissions controls. And in 1975, any vehicle with a GVWR of under 6,000 pounds was required by regulations to have expensive and complex power-robbing emissions equipment, including a catalytic converter. This meant that all passenger cars and some half-ton two-wheel drive trucks also fell into this emissions category. And what GM did was brilliant. You may be wondering, what is GVWR? It stands for Gross Vehicle Weight Rating, and every vehicle sold in the US has one. Where curb weight is the weight of the vehicle, the GVWR is the maximum amount a vehicle is supposed to carry, including the weight of the vehicle itself, fuel in the tank, all passengers, and cargo. You can check your Big-10's GVWR rating by checking the sticker on the driver's side door jamb. All vehicles have this rating. On older vehicles, the sticker could be in the glove box or somewhere else, or maybe it's missing altogether. Emissions regulations have been part of vehicles for a long time, but during the 70s, things were just getting started, a result of the Clean Air Act passed in 1970. By 1975, the government required that new cars and some trucks must have a catalytic converter. At the time, these new emissions regulations were for vehicles under 6,000 pounds GVWR, and the 1975 square body C10 two-wheel drive truck was just under that 6,000 GVWR mark. So to avoid these new regulations, GM just made a heavier duty truck. They simply added heavy duty suspension, brakes, and tires borrowed from the medium duty C20 and put it on two-wheel drive C10s. They didn't need to add all the C20 parts. GM just added enough equipment to put the truck over the 6,000 pound GVWR weight limit. These additional parts pushed the Big-10 up to a 6,050 GVWR, which meant it was not required to have new emissions equipment and of course also no catalytic converter. Not having catalytic converters was important to some buyers who at the time hated them because they meant you had to use unleaded gas, which was more expensive. Many Americans and company fleets wanted to save money by continuing to use very poisonous but cheaper leaded gas. So GM made the Big-10 for these customers by creatively cheating around the new regulations. And the Big-10 was available in short bed, long bed, fleet side, or step side, and initially with just about any engine, but it was only on two-wheel drive models because the 4x4 was already heavy enough to be emissions exempt. This heavy-duty equipment added about 130 pounds to the Big-10 versus a regular two-wheel drive C10. But there were two main benefits of the Big-10. It had more performance since the early catalytic converters were very inefficient and greatly reduced power. The Big-10 also had lower running costs since it was able to use the still available leaded fuel, which was cheaper as I said, and it was even advertised to run on regular leaded fuel. This was very important to many commercial customers especially. And GM was not the only one who did this. Ford created the heavy-duty half-ton F-150 in 1975, positioned it above their F-100 truck and below the F-250. F-150? That has a nice ring to it. I wonder if that model ever turned out to be popular for Ford. Yep, this is how the F-150 got started, cheating emissions regulations in 1975. The thing is, these Big-10 models are really better for work and towing. They really are a heavy-duty C10 or a C20 light. But if you don't really use your truck like a truck, then getting a Big-10 just means added weight you don't need. And that means worse acceleration, worse braking, worse handling, worse fuel economy. So for cruising around town, it's best with the C10. To clarify, the 73 and 74 square body models had no catalytic converters, not on any models. Starting in 1975, all C10 two-wheel drive engines were delivered with a single catalytic converter. Chevrolet offered the Big-10 for 6 model years, 1975 to 1980. But then why was the Big-10 canceled after the 1980 model year? Simple. In 1979, the Environmental Protection Agency made emissions rules stricter, applying to any vehicle under 8,500 pounds instead of 6,000. This meant the Big-10 and Ford F-150 half-tons and almost all the 3/4-ton pickups were now required to have stricter emissions equipment and catalytic converters. GM then immediately canceled the Big-10 the next year, which sure seems to prove that the model existed only for regulations and not for consumer demand. Curious if your 70s vehicle originally had a catalytic converter? Best way to know is to check the gas filler neck. Old school cars had the wide gas filler tube. Unleaded gas engine with cats used a narrow filler neck which would only accept the narrow unleaded gas nozzle at the gas station. And of course, GMC had a cheater model too. GMC named it the Heavy Half. The GMC Heavy Half is much more rare since GMC sales volume was lower than Chevy. I want to let you know that I've already added these pages to my free square body ebook, which is available on my website and is now 43 pages and includes all engines, transmissions, cab and bed layouts, transfer case differences, trim levels, and grille differences. Plus a list of year-by-year changes, tailgate differences, interior changes by trim level, weights, and dimensions. I even cover the Blazer, Suburban, Crew Cab Dually, and the military square body trucks. Tow ratings, manufacturing locations, and annual production numbers are in there too. Check out my main square body truck video if you want to geek out on 30 minutes of square body info. A quick word from our sponsor, my LS Swap ebook. Are you curious about an LS swap for your vehicle, or even afraid to do an LS swap because you think it's too difficult? Or do you just want to learn more about the LS engine? I want you to know that my LS Swap Survival Guide ebook is here to help and is available now at autogild.com. 12 reasons to order the ebook. 1. It's 204 pages and I'm adding pages all the time. 2. It can help you choose the best engine for your budget and power level. 3. You'll save money because I explain which parts are worth replacing or upgrading. Don't buy parts you don't need. Too many swappers make this expensive mistake. 4. One of my goals was to have this ebook solve any problem, not just major ones, but little things too. Tiny sensors, gaskets, relays. Everything you need for a swap has a dedicated page in my ebook. This way, you don't need to spend days searching dozens of websites and videos for a solution. 5. Complicated topics are made simple. Wiring, sensors, fueling, tuning, and more. If you've seen my videos, you know I have an amazing ability to simplify complex topics. 6. It also includes a list of 22 potential problem areas to look out for. Some are easy repairs that you should absolutely do before you install the engine. Others are things to watch for. I also have the most in-depth 28-page section on cooling. So many swappers have overheating problems because they are doing things wrong. I teach you what to use and how to route everything so that won't happen. 7. I'm a firm believer that you need to do your research before starting a complex project. I've done this research. I spent 800 hours so far on this ebook. This will make your swap so much faster and easier. 8. Another helpful thing is my LS Swap book is the only LS book that has links to parts. This removes all the guesswork. You know exactly what you need to buy, but that's not all. I've also included links to how-to and explainer videos. I've already searched and found the best videos so you don't have to. And once downloaded, you can save the ebook anywhere, your phone, computer, tablet, or even print it out. And once you buy it, you own it. It's a PDF file, simple and easy to use with no password. Email it to a friend, no problem. Split the cost with 3 friends, no problem. And unlike paperback books that you buy and never get improved, this ebook is and will be regularly updated. The best part is those future updates are always free and they're updates for life. No need to resubmit an order or go to autogild.com or email us or repay ever. I just email the update to you as soon as it's completed. This, of course, is the one big benefit of buying your own copy. Order now at autogild.com. Or if you are watching on TV, you can use your phone to scan this QR code. A link is down below in the description as well. Buy one now. I have posters too on the website. A history of the LS engine, a poster version of my very first video. It shows every single LS engine. Did you know there are 36 different LS engines? My favorite poster is the Choose Your Own Path poster, where you answer funny questions and the poster picks the best type of muscle car for you. For best results, consider having your friends do it for you. A poster version of my LS cylinder head swap video is also here. It lists all 20 LS cylinder heads and breaks them down into 8 simple categories, 4 of which you need to care about. I also have a poster of all 5 generations of the small block Chevy with a timeline. All of these posters were handmade by me. You will likely have the only one in your city and they make a great conversation piece in the garage or shop. Head on over to autogild.com to get these posters and the free ebooks too. A link to the website is also in the description of this video.